Entering the Nizari Ismaili faith requires accepting a non-negotiable financial obligation, the dasand. This religious tax demands exactly 12.5. When the Aga Khan was asked to intervene, his decree was unyielding. He stated that the tax must be extracted even from these charitable funds before the money could be considered pure. This is not a system of voluntary charity. It is a rigid extraction mechanism that maintains compliance by linking a follower's most vulnerable life moments to their financial standing. While the individual payments are extracted at the local level, the wealth flows directly to the top, financing the billionaire lifestyle and global corporate interests of the modern Aga Khan. This photograph shows exactly where that capital is deployed, into high society assets, luxury hotel chains, and massive European thoroughbred racing empires. This integration into the European elite has been a family hallmark for generations. Here, the previous Imam, Aga Khan III, stands alongside British military commanders, a fixture of Western high society supported by the exact same tithing system. This is the man who codified the modern threats used to secure this wealth. Aga Khan III decreed that unpaid dasand was like a fire that would consume a follower's other assets, claiming that financial default would lead directly to sickness and ruin. The question is how a leader convinces millions to finance this lifestyle under the threat of divine retribution. The answer is found in a theology designed to be entirely malleable. This aerial view shows the ruins of Alamut, the medieval mountain fortress where the sect first established the claim that their leader possessed absolute power over the law. On August 8, 1164, Imam Hassan II stood before his followers and declared the Qiyama, or Great Resurrection, formally abolishing orthodox Islamic Sharia law for everyone in the community. To prove the Imam's word now superseded written scripture, followers were ordered to turn away from Mecca and break their Ramadan fast by drinking wine in the middle of the day. But just 50 years later, when the sect faced destruction from surrounding empires, the theology was reversed. Imam Hassan III repudiated the Qiyama and ordered a strict return to orthodox Sunni law. To prove his sincerity to the outside world, Hassan III allowed Sunni scholars into Alamut to burn the heretical Ismaili texts written by his own grandfather. These contradictions demonstrate that the sect theology serves as a survival mechanism. The only constant rule is the absolute authority of the Imam of the time. As the movement moved into India, missionaries known as peers used this theological fluidity to convert local Hindu populations. This diagram illustrates the Das Avatar doctrine. It maps the first 9 incarnations of the Hindu god Vishnu, including Rama and Krishna, and then assigns the 10th slot to the first Shia Imam, Ali, identifying him as the long-awaited final avatar. By mapping a human being onto a deity, this doctrine overrode the absolute oneness of God that defines mainstream Islam. This syncretism eventually elevated the Aga Khan to the status of a mazar, or manifestation. Followers are taught that he carries the divine Noor, or light, within his physical body. Standard Islamic rituals were replaced. The physical pilgrimage to Mecca and traditional fasting were exchanged for absolute devotion and financial submission to the living Imam. By positioning the Imam as a manifested presence of God, the leadership established a system where questioning the Aga Khan's demands is treated as questioning the divine. Theological claims provided the spiritual mandate, but the Aga Khan's modern empire required a legal anchor, one provided by the British Empire. In 1866, a group of dissenting merchants in Bombay attempted to legally protect their community assets and mosques from the Aga Khan's absolute control. This illustration represents the final verdict. British Judge Sir Joseph Arnold ruled against the merchants, legally defining the Aga Khan as the sole owner of all communal property. This ruling codified the sect as a corporate monopoly, placing its finances beyond the reach of its own members and securing the Imam's estate under colonial law. Today, the system is self-sustaining. Local officials in the Jamaat Khana act as the ultimate auditors, tracking the mandatory payments of every family in the congregation. Divine infallibility, legal immunity, and local auditing interlock, ensuring the mechanism of extraction remains closed to outside interference. For the individual follower, there is no exit. Stopping payment means total social ostracization and the prospect of spiritual bankruptcy. The Ismaili Imamate is a perfected enterprise. It is a system where spiritual standing is measured in gross income, and salvation is secured through a non-negotiable 12.5% transaction.